Hey, Mr. Boston, another week. What do you got going on this week? Do you mind standing up? Sorry. What is it? Is there an autograph on that shirt? What does that say
Yeah,
there?
that's Soupy Sales.
No way. Was he like I think he had the
He's,
Soupy Sales show, right? Or something.
yeah, legendary in the 60s in New York. But it was New York. It
Wow.
was a local show in New York.
I
So
remember him.
I heard it was just unbelievable, but that was just because it was the 60s. We didn't know. We had 3 TV stations when I was growing up.
Was he
But I
on a
saw him
game
at
show
the
or something?
Riviera, the Common Ed at the Riviera.
Yeah.
He came. He was the headliner, and he signed.
Soupy Sales.
Yeah, just
Wow.
legend.
And what's the
Total
hat?
legend. And
The
we
hat.
have Boris Badenoff from one of my all-time favorite TV shows, The Adventures of Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Wow. Good
So
stuff.
we have the good. That was late 50s, early 60s, I believe. So we have old timers on here.
So cool.
You know, both legend, Boris Badenoff, legend, and his wife Natasha Fatal and Soupy Sales.
Alan, I got so many questions. Not enough
I
time.
do too, but it's not gonna help me.
Let's start right out. Everyone, thank you for your comments. I've told Alan many times, do lots of shows, and never seen so many 86 out of 86, 91 out of 91 likes, good comments. Really, thank you. We read them all. Just to let you know. Alan, thank you again for this show. Against the Wind, this guy's name is AW. Living in Connecticut, does Alan go to any Uconn games? I figure he likes the way Uconn plays and Hurley coaches.
I love the way Uconn plays, and I love Hurley as a coach and as a person. His dad is a legend. He continues that very honest, old school approach, which definitely resonates with me. I've never been to a Uconn game and don't plan on it.
Don't plan on it. Yeah.
It's too big a crowd. I'd go to maybe a Fairfield game or a Sacred Heart game, but
wow,
maybe a Yale game or a Brown game. Yeah, that's actually closer. Yale's an hour away. Brown's less than an hour away.
Okay.
And in the Ivy League, so that would be.
Lower your camera a little bit so we're about even. Looks like I'm staring. There you go. I got to tell you, I know Sacred Heart's a line school. Where's that at? Is that around you?
It's in Fairfield.
Okay, a couple hours.
An hour and a half.
Okay.
Beautiful town. Fairfield's in Fairfield, obviously. The Sacred Heart is too. So not much home advantage when they play each other, boys.
Let's try to go right in order here. Scott Spencer Kephart. Ask Alan how he tracks the line moves and when he pulls the trigger. Where is the true percentage of money on the game? Where the true percentage of money on the game can be found. There's lots of questions here. Does he use it or is it all crap? Yeah.
You know, I'm a real throwback, and I'm just advising this year, so I'm not really betting. You know, I'll run out and bet something, some round robin parlays at DraftKings, you know, the night before if I have time, but
right,
really just screwing around. When I was big time into this, when I was betting maybe more than most, my partner would track the lines all day, and he knew what I had made every game. So if something popped up, he would because I had to do the work, and someone had to check the lines. It's just too much to do both. So I always had someone monitoring the lines, and he would call me if something, you know, got into range that we liked. Typically, we always bet back then. We were betting a lot, so we couldn't bet early. If we bet early, we were betting against what we liked. And then sometimes betting small at the same time. So we're not always betting phonies. You got to try to, you know, you got to try to fool them a little bit. But we bet at about between 2 and 2:30 every day daily. Just no one else was betting at that time. It was very easy to get down, and you know we were nobody, so we weren't being followed. But you know we were successful. So I never tracked line movements. I don't know anything about percentages of who bets what. I would say there's some relevance to if the public's, you know, on something, like the public tends not to win, but I never cared about that because I just do my own thing and trust it and go with it. And lately it's been worth trusting for sure. Like very proud of myself. I had a very poor start to the year and told the kid who wanted me to help him that, you know, let's give it another week or two and see what happens. And I kind of figured it out. And like I was smart last night, that's for sure.
All right.
So
Vegas.
I can't help them. Like
Yeah. Yep.
I bet pretty much at the same time, and after that is when a line came into range with what I liked. That's when we bet. Whenever something was a bet, we bet it. Sometimes we wait if it looked like there was a lot of money on that side. Maybe there was some injury we didn't know about, but that was just all feel, and we'd have a little discussion about it. Should we wait or not? Usually we didn't wait. Usually I just bet, and if it kept going, just bet more. So
Okay.
not the best approach. I might not be the best guy to how to handle
well, we're gonna answer
anything with sense.
Yeah. Jay Brandt Agency asked, who are the top 4 teams right now, according to Allen, to win the college basketball championship? And when betting March Madness tournament, what would be Allen's best advice?
When betting March Madness, my best. Well, the top 4 teams are Michigan, Florida, Duke, Michigan, Florida in that order, and then Gonzaga. Yeah, those are the top 4. Gonzaga when they're healthy. Yeah, that's so. Those are easily the top 4, and then Houston's right behind them.
So now, would you stay away from? Would you stay away from these teams, March Madness, or because of their public teams, so you're paying tax in the way of an extra half?
The public doesn't really influence the line. That's really horseshit. Like
really?
maybe at a local, maybe in Vegas at a local book like an Arizona Charlie's or some one-off book that has some public action.
Right.
That's all. That's over and done with. No one has any money anymore. The government has it all and all their backers. So I had to throw that in. But and advice for March Madness is don't listen to anyone on TV. Just kind of wing it. That's always been my advice for everybody. Just wing it. Like if you're a fan, watch the game and wing it. Like they put the line up. Don't read too much into it. Just it feels that seems about right. You don't bet it. If it seems kind of high, bet the dog. And if it seems kind of low, bet the favorite. I know that sounds kind of obvious, but it's very, very difficult to do. Just sit there and try not to immerse yourself in everything and just watch the games and wing it. Don't overreact to anything. Don't think because a team played great, they're going to play great the next game. It's just, it's tricky and don't expect to win. But we'll do a show with all the picks, so maybe we can give some guidance when the time
comes. Let's Nemo. I wasn't going to ask this, but I will. At Ryan's voice, I will, because it's still. I understand your question, but I think I know some of the answers here, but let's see what Alan says. I like that Alan understands all the math and probabilities, but still has more of a gut feel element to things. That said, what are Alan's thoughts on the rules of thumb for bankroll management? Has he followed? That's why, yeah. Has he followed these guidelines? Also, I'd like to know. Thank you.
Wrong person to ask. I have no regard for money. I gamble way higher than I should. I don't care if I go broke, and I'm very successful at not caring about that. And sorry, bro. It's a legit question, but I'm not a believer in Kelly. I've always thought that you should bet 10x on your tap out bets to your smallest bets, which is not what most people would say. But a very smart guy said when you really, really, really love something, you should pile it in. So I think like 1 to 3 units is probably the best approach. We were hyper aggressive when we first started doing this. We bet 0.2 of our bankroll on the smallest, 0.4 of our bankroll on the 6, and 0.6% on the bigs. So we could have or 2%, 4%, 6%. We bet a lot on right. So if we had 200,000 right, we bet 12,000 on a big. That's right. So it was 2%, 4%, 6%, which is a very, very aggressive approach. But if you feel like you're going to win, there's nothing wrong with amping it up a little bit. We're trying to win something. We're not trying to we got to be able to go out to eat nice places, right?
Sure.
But
that's right.
Yeah, no, I'm not a guy for bankroll management. That is for goddamn sure. I'm just completely hopeless. But part of me needs that. So it's it is what it is. Sorry. Again, wrong person.
This is a question from my buddy Rich in Connecticut. Rich lived right across from Art Carney, who played Ed Norton on The Honeymooners, right there in Connecticut, less than an hour from where Alan lives. And Rich, I told you, when you see Alan in the book, absolutely, when he's done betting or whatever he's done at the kiosk, please go up to him and talk to him. Rich says,
probably on a slot machine.
Yeah, slot machine. There you go. That's even better. I'll be playing the
Yeah,
slots.
blowing my mind on some slot machine.
Rich says, curious if Alan watches much college basketball. I remember him mentioning he used to watch the ticker at the Stardust and how it helped him with the game flow and which teams made runs. Appreciate you guys doing this. Watching the actual games. I never really hear the games on in the background ever for all the years I've known you.
When I first started doing it, I'd watch a little bit of every team that I could. And that was to get a feel for how good the coach was. Not that I'm some basketball scout, not that I'm some X's and O's guys, not that I can evaluate talent that well, but I have a pretty good idea, if a team is playing good defense or running good offense. It was far more relevant back then where information was lacking and coaching was far more important. When there's a 45-second clock, teams that run good offense can be very, very difficult to beat, especially as a dog to maybe kind of like a helter-skelter hyper athletic team who hates teams that are athletic, hate having tempo controlled on them. So when you had 45-second clocks and you can just run that clock down and run good offense, they would tend to crack. And there were a lot of good bets to be made. That now it's a 30-second clock. And, again, every rule change is to help out the power schools. Everything they do is to help the power schools out. Really, really disgusting sport, really. They've ruined it. They'll ruin it. They ruin everything, actually.
Yeah, Alan, whenever the committee's selecting the March Madness things, has there ever been a year that you have actually said, wow, pretty good job finally?
I think last year.
Yeah,
I felt pretty good last year. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just their approach to it is just so fucking ridiculous. Like they change the way they look at it every time, and then they change the rules during it. There was one year UCLA got in, and their quote was they passed the eye test because they had all these rules, and then they just ignored them and said, well, UCLA passed the eye test. And then they made a horrible call and knocked SMU out because they didn't like Larry Brown, who was coaching SMU. That's my thinking. Like, I just think there's always something to it. So they gave, maybe UCLA didn't belong in according to their parameters. They probably belonged in power rating wise, but to say they passed the eye test, I mean, that's just fucking ridiculous. When you're using, whatever it is, net ranking, or it's just, they should just use Ken Palm. I've said this before, or Sagarin, or some set of ratings, and say, all right, here's the top 100 schools, and then we'll take our version of that and come up with a draw. Instead, they have quad one, quad two. It's all nonsense. If you're only doing quad one wins, and the mid majors can never play a quad one school unless they play them on the road, what chance do they have to get in? And every single time they do that, it just screws the mid majors over. That's what's so frustrating about it. Never mind the sport's completely ridiculous. I mean, Alabama's taking a guy out of the G League who went to Alabama 3 years ago. I mean, it's supposed to be a college. It's supposed to be about going to college and playing a game, not about recruiting anyone you can to go play basketball on a basketball court. It's just complete fucking horseshit. Like, and Nate Oates is defending him. So I will root against Nate Oates for every game the rest of my life. Even if I bet on him, I'll root against him. Fuck him. Fuck him, and fuck all these prima donnas who think that no, it's good. Even Dennis Gates, who I really like at Missouri, is saying, yeah, I'm defending Bediako. What? If you wanted to go to college, you would have stayed in college. Not go back to college to try to help some school win the tournament. Get the local judge from Tuscaloosa to rule, put the stay of the injunction against this kid. And it turns out that judge has donated between $100,000 and $250,000 to Alabama. He just recused himself for the actual trial, or whatever they're calling it, which was postponed because they couldn't get there on Tuesday, which just sucks because there's no way a judge is going to rule this guy can play. He should not be playing basketball. Like, there's got to be some sanity to this. It's not supposed to be some glorified pro league. It's supposed to be kids going to college, getting an education. Of course, nothing to do with that anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. It might be one of the best lines you've ever
That's
said
all I
on
think
the
about
show.
Buddy Bediako, whatever his name is. And the kid from Baylor's busted out. I was happy about that. Ingy, whatever his name is. Fuck all these people. It's
Alan, you said
completely
something
ridiculous.
there. You said something there. It was unbelievable. It's going to be one of the best lines I've ever heard you say. Even if I bet on them, you said, I'm going to root against them. Even if I bet on them, root against them. Fuck that.
Yeah, but because this, money isn't everything. It's principle. Like, principle should matter more than anything. That's old school. try
Right.
to be loyal. Try to be loyal to your friends and family, and try to be honest. Try to be. Not everyone's perfect.
Yeah.
You don't fuck up, but you don't go and intend to try to screw someone over. Like, that's just wrong. And thinking that it's okay to pluck someone out of a G League because you need a big man to help win the tournament, like, it's fucking ridiculous. It makes a mockery of the whole spirit of the game. What's wrong, Mogi?
I heard Mogi just now. Yeah.
Yeah, Mogi.
I heard her.
What's up, Mogi?
What does that mean? She wants food?
Right? Is that what it is?
But she's something. 19 years old. Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah,
But
Mogi's
she's been circling around the stove. I seen her there, but
she will get some.
Didn't know there was any food there.
We have some steak every week, don't we?
Yeah.
NFL flank steak this week.
This guy, what kind of steak you have?
Flank. It's all they had at the farm. I never had it before.
I actually liked flank steak. There was a place that made Romanian flank steak in the city years ago in New York. My God. Okay.
Oh, good.
NFL Streets ask good questions every week. You guys tell stories about Billy Walters, and I've come to the conclusion that he belongs in the Business Hall of Fame just as much as the Sports Gambling Hall of Fame. It's one thing to create a winning model, but to navigate Vegas and manage personalities at a time where Vegas was like the wild, wild west. I don't know how much Fortune 500 CEOs would have done what he did. Do you guys agree? Well, Alan, you're probably better off to ask that. He said, "Do you agree?" Actually, so did you hear the whole question?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I did.
Hold on. All right, cool. Business Hall of Fame. Billy Walters, legendary, come out of Kentucky.
Yep. Let me.
Went broke when he came here. Billy Baxter told me he lived in his garage. Billy told me that. I went to breakfast with Billy Baxter about 5 times, and we tell story. He tells. I just listen to him tell great stories.
So yes, Mr. Walters is very successful in everything he does. He's driven in ways that are maybe has allowed him to be successful, but maybe get in the way a little bit sometimes. It's not meant as a knock. Like, it's an amazing quality. He's extremely smart, street smart. And probably IQ wise too. I would guess he's probably above average. And I mean, he owns car dealerships and golf courses and wheels and deals nonstop, and he's wildly successful. He figured out ways to maximize his profits on all sports in ways that no one ever dreamed of. Completely revolutionized how you move money around, how you hide what you're doing, but everything was for bottom line. And so absolutely, if there was a Business Hall of Fame, he's elite. And I have no doubt that if he was a CEO of a company, he would, he knows his role. He knows what he should and shouldn't do, and he knows when to allow others to handle things that maybe he's not as in tune with. But yeah, no, he's brilliant in many ways, and there's no doubt that if there was some Business Hall of Fame, as long as it wasn't, like most Hall of Fames, which have no idea what they're doing and are pretty stupid, he would be in it. So I agree. Yes.
All right. Dennis Dupois, always ask good questions. Big fan of the show. Does Alan put action on any money lines? If so, does he ever lay points and play the money line? Example, and he shows a -170 money line compared to the -3.5. I would think, don't want to put words in his mouth, but I remember years ago, we would actually, not the favorite, we would bet the dogs a little bit if they were overpriced, maybe on a money line in certain situations, where maybe the 3.5 point dog would be, plus $1.70 by accident, or plus $1, something like that. But I don't think lately haven't had no money lines, right, Alan?
I had a talk with someone about this not long ago, where since I like to buy points, why aren't I betting money lines? And I think that's accurate. No, I've never really bet money lines. I'm very much a creature of habit, and again, you couldn't get down much on money lines, so we just always bet straight. Never bet first halves, even though it's better, because you couldn't get down anything. But I would say that since I like to buy half points, and ironically, I think it's better for favorites to bet money lines. There might be something to it. Where the problem is the gaps get kind of big, and sometimes when you're betting like a 5-point favorite, if you could buy it down to 2, you're killing it. But from 2 to pick, you're overpaying for it. So, for instance, if you could buy 6 half points from 5 to 2, that would be laying at 5, 2 minus 70. Whereas on a 5-point favorite, you're probably laying like 210 or 220, and so you're paying like 40 or 50 cents for those last 2 points, and it's certainly not worth it. So I would say, I don't know. I've never dabbled in it, but it's an intriguing thought that there might be, especially when I like a 9-point favorite, you might be better off laying like 3 to 1 than laying 9. There's no back doors. There's no nothing. If I have the game like 13 and I'm laying 9, then I'm robbing the money line. So there's probably some merit to it, and I would think there'd be some merit to it on favorites, not underdogs, which is completely counter to what I would have said 20 years ago. Because I do bet mostly dogs, but I think it's more relevant with favorites. You're going to win at a much higher percentage, and maybe even the bigger favorites, even though the gaps get big up there. I think that, I don't know. I'd have to, that's something I'd get a modeler to do, some programmer to program and see, where here's the list of games I bet this year, and input all this into your whatever they do, and tell me, what are the best money lines I could have bet. There is a way to arrive at an answer to that, but no, I've never dabbled in money lines. So,
Okay. This is someone we both know. He came down to Foxwoods and had lunch with us one day. Steve out of Philly. And it's along the same exact line here. Why do teams that win the game cover the spread 88% of the time during the big dance? Also, if an underdog will cover it, usually wins the game outright. So should people be taking the points and betting the money line during the big dance on all these dogs? So it's kind of the same line if these numbers.
I have no idea.
Okay.
That what he said is even accurate. He's claiming that teams that win cover 88%.
Why do teams that win the game cover the big dance win 88% of the time? Yeah, that's
I don't believe that.
It's almost, wait a minute, it can't be right though. I'm reading what he says. In other words, yeah. Why do teams?
I see. Overall, not just favorites. Overall, teams that win.
Overall.
So the dog wins, they automatically cover.
Okay.
Oh yeah, so that doesn't. Yeah. So no, because if they cover 88% of the time, a lot of those are underdogs that have won.
Right. Win the big game during the spread 88% of the time during the big dance. Right. I just
I just heard that when favorites covered. That's what I had in my head.
And the same thing.
I don't know. I just think it's all. I don't think there's any rules to anything. It's whatever you feel is best for that individual game. Each game is a logic problem. You have to try to solve it. Sometimes there's no solution. You just pass. But maybe you have a gut feeling the team's going to win, or for whatever reason, and they're a 3-1 dog. FYI, everybody, I was told that this Jermaine Ortiz, he's fighting in the Garden tomorrow night, junior welterweight. I was told that he has a very good chance of winning, and he's 4.5 to 1 dog. So,
wow.
Take it what it's worth. The smart guy told me I might want to take a peek at that. So Jermaine Ortiz is the tip of the day. I know nothing about it.
Yeah. Is it boxing, under boxing? Or?
Yes, Saturday night at the Garden. He's fighting the junior welterweight title.
Let's just take a peek at the line so everyone knows what we're talking about
here. 450.
Yeah, Jermaine Ortiz. Yep, there's Jermaine Ortiz. First place I looked was Westgate plus 5 to 1.
Even better.
Keyshawn Davis plus 5 to 1. January 31st, 6 p.m. It's always nice to have a live dog. I mean, yeah.
The guy told me he ain't stupid, so he went out of his way to call me. That's all I'll say. Like, it doesn't mean anything, but he probably has a better than 4.5 to 1 chance to win, is what I'm guessing.
Anyway. I don't think this was you, but let's just see. Mr. Dave Fox, MM. Did I see Alan at the Red Rock a few months ago on the Sunday night, Houston playing KC? Were you at the Red Rock years? No, right?
No. I was there last. When was I there? July?
Okay.
Last July.
If so, I wish
No,
I
no,
could say
last
hi.
June. I wasn't there in July.
July.
I was at the Red Rock last June, so that was not me.
Yeah, yeah. It was a few months ago. If that was it, that was it. But he said
There was
it's
no
funny.
Houston KC game going on then.
Yeah, no, okay. So it wasn't him. He said his friend spilled a beer on me. I wasn't mad. It was funny. Sorry, I don't think that was
That
Alan's
definitely
friend.
wasn't me. I'm not. I don't drink beer, so
His friend.
no,
I've
definitely
been a
not. I
fan.
drink tequila when I drink.
He also said I've been a fan of Alan since he was featured in that book. Was that 25 years ago? Chad Millman?
Yeah,
Holy
2001. Yeah,
shit.
yeah. Holy shit, right? No shit. How the fuck do you think I feel?
I thought that was like 12, 13 years ago.
Yeah, I don't know when
25.
ESPN the magazine. I don't know when that article was. It wasn't much longer after that.
Wow.
I
Scott
was supposed
C.
to be on the cover of ESPN the magazine.
Really?
Yeah, and I told the photographer to go fuck himself, and that was the end of that.
Why did you? How did
He
that
was
happen?
talking down to me like, "Who the fuck do you think you are? Like, fuck
Right.
you. Well, you're not going to be in the cover. You think I give a shit?
Good for you.
Doing the article, Jesus. Think I care about being on the cover of a fucking magazine?
Good for you. Ray Gray Fox, who
I got a standing ovation at ESPN the magazine when I walked in because they all thought the guy was a douchebag. So
Ray just had the comment. Thanks for the show. Good to see you guys. Quality together. Best show going, buddy. I think he's talked to him there. Tell Alan to stay libertarian strong. All right, Ray. That's what Ray had to say. I think you spoke to him.
Absolutely. I think libertarians are suck at getting their message out. I think many people are libertarian and just don't know it. Libertarians basically follow the Constitution. Basically, their saying would be, we are free humans in this country. We have a right to do as we please as long as we don't hurt anyone else. And none of it's the government's fucking business. That's the spirit of what this country was founded. And that's not anywhere near what we're doing right now. We are fucked.
Yeah.
Unless you're a wealthy person, you are fucked. You have no chance. And it's not going to get any better. And worse of all, the environment is fucked.
Let's go on to Scott C. And I don't know, Scott, because I don't ever really remember Alan talking about flats. I think there's just the trotters, but we're going to find out. I'd love to know more about Alan's horse playing days. What was his favorite / go-to angles on thoroughbreds? Were you more of a trotter guy?
100% trotter guy.
That's what I thought.
I know how to read the Ragason sheets. Like, I know how to read the speed sheets, but I'm not a fan of thoroughbreds at all. I only bought them to do like the Derby and the Preakness and the Belmont, just the Triple Crown and occasionally Breeders' Cup Day. But I haven't done that in a long time. So I am not a thoroughbred fan. I'm strictly harness, and they've ruined that too. So I don't mean to sound so bitter and cynical. I'm just speaking the truth. Like, just everything is being destroyed.
I like when people say this kind of thing, Alan. This is a great response. Badfish 6969. Alan is very accurate in all of his assessments. I'm 70 years old and lived in the greatest time in this country. I'm very blessed. Thank you, Alan. Just a comment more than anything.
Thank you.
Just really cool.
I hope I reach your age. Not far away though.
Oh, weather. This guy. Oh yeah, I don't know, Alan. Yeah, you guys had snow, right?
Yeah, we got a foot probably. Anyway, well, we got a foot. You think maybe more?
And this guy asked.
We got at least a foot, and it was freezing cold. And I got stuck in my driveway, and some guy came by, stopped on the road, and helped me out. And I asked him, "Would you drive me down to? You follow me and pick me back up?" And I drove like a mile down the road to a parking lot, and he drove me back home. So there is good in the world. It's not all.
That's unbelibeling. Yeah, he asked if you're going to casino, do you go to casinos in this type of weather? I don't know. I think nothing stops Alan.
No, nothing stops me from being a degenerate. Like, are you kidding me?
I don't think.
The only thing that stops me is I have to work. Like, that's it. Like, but if I have time, I'll run out. I'll run it. Yeah, weather doesn't bother me. Like, it's like we used to walk to school in a foot of snow. Like, we were lucky if they canceled it if there was 10 inches of snow, we probably had school. If there was a foot, that was probably like where they canceled it. So, yeah, I don't worry. Why worry about that shit? Just don't drive 100 miles an hour. You're probably all
right. Kevin Stott is just a nice comment. Love the dog, Alan. Thank you for being her steward. Very nice. With a little purple heart there.
I suck with humans, but I'm very good with dogs. Mogi has a very good life here.
Did she get any steak or not really?
Oh yeah, she got steak.
Oh.
She just came for more. Don't worry about it.
Ron Fig, big fan of the show. Me and Alan have so much in common, particularly lifestyle, thought process, truth seeking, thinking outside mainstream ideas. Um, awesome show, as it always. I had a feeling Alan knew about Kratom. They just banned Kratom in LA. He's furious. So they're banning it in certain places, obviously.
Well, that's big pharma. I talked about that. I
Yeah.
talked about that. You know, they want to shove Suboxone down everyone's throat. Yeah, no, it's all bullshit, and it's really disgusting. It's truly disgusting that Kratom is banned. It's been around for thousands of years. It just hits it hits the same receptors as opiates, but it hits it in a different way.
Right.
And there's no actual drug, so there's no euphoria like you get with opiates, but it still fills the receptor, so you get kind of like I don't want to say a placebo, but you get a very calming effect from it. At least I do. Some people it doesn't do anything to, but where I've done opiates in my life, it definitely is helpful.
This guy,
it's a fantastic drug. There's absolutely no risk to Kratom. It's really unbelievable. They let them sell tortured animal meat and Coca-Cola and all this processed bullshit, but you can't sell Kratom. Like, that is just so fucked up. That is seriously fucked up. But notice who the governor is of California and who that mayor of LA is, that psycho lady. Like, and you know, nothing would surprise me. How about businesses there anyway? They have some tax they just shoved up.
This guy, I haven't seen him in 20 years, more than that maybe. I watch all of Bill's podcasts, but I watched the one with Alan twice. I just don't want to miss anything. It's the best show. I don't want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Andy McBride, is a shout out to you. Appreciate you watching all these shows. And Andy's an old pool hall guy. Andy,
I was friends with Larry Wiscotti. Tell him.
Yeah, there you go, Larry.
Larry Wiscotti was a world pool champion.
Sure. Alan, did you
complete psycho? He was great.
Did you play any pool?
Very little. I played late in life. I loved the vibe of the pool hall. I loved when, you know, road hustlers would come by, and I loved, you know, and I got involved. I would bet someone, not a lot, but you know, I'd back Larry on occasion. And
this was in up where you used to live,
up in Maine.
Area?
Maine.
Up in Maine.
Yeah, wow. I got a close friend who I met in a pool hall actually just had his first chemo treatment today, so not good. Sweating that one. That's the only battle with getting old is your friends. I'm healthy as fuck. I'm so unlucky. I'll probably live to fucking 100, but I'll run bad in life too. I'll live too long. Have to suffer through this fucking government of ours.
You could be like a couple multimillionaires we both know. They're petrified that they're going to outlive their money. Petrified. There's a lot.
Outliving money. I might have a few bucks at the end of this year, but I won't be outliving my money. I assure you.
I'm crying.
Or I will outlive my money. Actually, I shouldn't say that. I mean,
yeah.
God, no, that's not.
No, we know what you meant. Everyone, trust me. Everyone knows what you meant. Everybody.
Yeah. I'm healthy as fuck. Except
big age.
A few weeks ago when I was pissing blood, that was fun.
Oh yeah,
anyway.
Alan called me up. He was going to the hospital, and I said to him, you know, that could be something very minor. Relax, calm down, and I'm glad it was just an infection and that's gone, right? But you know that happens.
It was gone in a day.
Gone in a day. Yeah. Oh boy, got me crying, laughing.
Oh, pissing blood. I don't know. I mean, what do I know?
Yeah, just a urinary.
I was more worried that if I'm bleeding internally.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll pass out and have an accident and someone else gets hurt. Like, I don't give a shit about me, but it was just a UTI.
Yep. Big Age, thank you for this comment. Bill, you're hands down one of my favorites, and your buddy Alan is great as a guest. His little bit of crazy is absolutely refreshing. I don't think he's that crazy. I don't consider Alan crazy. I don't know. So, do you consider yourself crazy? I think we're all.
I think we're all a little nuts, yeah. But I mean, it'd be boring if we're all like the same. Like being different. I've talked about it ad nauseum. You want to be different. You can't force it, but I've just naturally been an iconoclast. I've always challenged everything. Like that's just my way of being. especially since most things people say are pretty stupid. So it's pretty easy to, actually in this conversation last night with a friend, he called me all happy. He said, you're going to love this. And he was talking about how his friend was like, just not understanding the simplest of things. And he was like losing his mind, but, cause he knows me, when I hear like a cliche or some obvious comment, I lose it. Like it just offends me, which sounds like kind of an intellectual snob kind of thing, but, and perhaps I got some of that in me, but anyway, yeah, I'll stop there. That's pretty irrelevant.
Andy said something really nice here. It's so nice. I'd want to share it personally, probably, but I think I'm going to share it on the show. Andy, like I said, Andy worked on the railroad for years. I knew him back in Edison, New Jersey, North Jersey. Really nice that you said this, Andy. I'm going to repeat it on there. So Penn, where Alan went to Penn, and he said Pennsylvania University not only finalized a smart young guy, but apparently polished a great heart his parents gave him, especially his mom. Very nice. It's a very nice comment, Andy.
Is that me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what UPenn did. It was a very good school, and I shouldn't have gone. Like I was just killing time, basically. But that's kind of where college basketball all started there, because the Palestra is such an amazing place. So that, I guess Penn is what triggered my career, for better or for worse. I would say for worse. I should have been doing something like teaching school or.
Alan, how do you make time for like your mom or your sister? This time of the year is really tough.
I don't.
You
this time of year, we we got together in
well,
December.
You had a holiday.
In December, we got together, and in September and October, and we'll get together
when the season's over.
When the season's over, yeah, and then we go away every summer to Newport, Rhode Island this year and last year, but we found a really cool place in Newport last year. I was.
What do you do there? What do you do?
Hang out.
Newport. Just hang out. Newport's beautiful.
We stayed at a bed and breakfast for a few years, and then last year we stayed at some Newport Harbor hotel. And we got there, and I was like, "Oh my god, this just looked like shit." And then we got in, and it just there was one little booth there. It's like almost like a. It was just a little small check-in area, and like, oh, what do we get ourselves into? And then you go up to the rooms, and the rooms are amazing. They're all on the ocean, and yeah, they were spacious, and it was a great hotel. So my mother liked it, so we're going there next year. And what I'm hoping is, if I do well, there's a place called the Castle Hill Inn, which is on the where Newport juts out, and we had dinner there one night, and the food wasn't great, but the place is just gorgeous, and it's like $2,500 a night for like the suite there. So I'm hoping that if things go really well, we'll book our 2 nights at the Newport Harbor Hotel, but I'll surprise my mother and say, all right, we're staying an extra night, and just go.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. That's my hope. Which sounds silly for someone with no money, but that's kind of me in a nutshell. So
Jason Kislis. Jason Kislis, let me ask you a question. This is the best show on the internet. I would love to know what Alan thinks about betting totals in NCAA. He's never betted. He's never had a season. I don't think he bet totals at all.
It's very rare I bet a total. It was one year with Duquesne. I read what Duquesne was going to completely switch gears and play as fast as they could. So I bet over. But that's it. I have feelings on totals, but the one I kind of liked last night lost. I liked under USC Iowa. So, I'm not going to come up with anything very profound on a total. Usually, unless the coach says he's going to change, or maybe he'll start playing zone or something, then you can bet under. But other than that, I know nothing about totals.
Okay.
I wouldn't even know how to do it.
I like this comment, and let's see what you say about this. Kenneth Beck, sorry. Hey, Crack, Alan looks happy and in a good place. I think last week's show, he had that hat on and he took it off. He was talking good. I think you're in a good place this season, Alan, right? Wouldn't you say?
I think I handled daily existence way better than I once did. And yeah, my work's been really like fantastic lately. So I'm proud of that. I'm fucking killing it in the gym. Like I learned a new word. Like some kid said, you're mogging everybody here. Like I wanted to punch him, and then I looked it up and I shook his hand and thanked him. So yeah, I learned the word mog.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, no, all's good. My mother's doing great. My sister's doing great. And Bogey's still bouncing around here.
And you have one dog now, Alan?
That's what we got. Yeah.
Yeah, I know Alan's been a
Unfortunately.
dog guy. I've known many of Alan's dogs. Alan had beautiful Great Danes, and
Alan's
oh,
adopted 2 Great Danes, and my
just
friend got
beautiful.
very, very sick, so I needed to take his dogs in, and while he was in the hospital, and I kept him here.
Now, are you one like my mother? My mother, when she was alive, she was like, "Don't you dare get me another dog, Billy. I can't go through this again." Do you get
Yeah,
it?
that's the battle. Yeah,
That's the battle.
We had to put one of the Beastles to sleep on August 25th, and I really haven't recovered, like not even close.
Yeah,
I have nightmares at night. I wake up literally in a panic.
yeah.
No,
that's
not good.
bad.
But that's the joy they bring is what makes it so painful when they leave. And
Okay.
so that you have to experience pain to know joy, right?
Yeah.
You could never know joy unless you knew pain. It's kind of ironic, but
Yeah.
I believe that's accurate.
Here's a little bit of a long one here. Nick Quadrato. Alan, thanks for recommending the Hurley SR doc. The streets stop here. Every coach, athlete, and administrator should watch it. It's just amazing. Aside from that, I think this is the best NBA draft in years. Do you agree? That's the first part.
Okay.
So do you?
I
And
have no idea.
Okay, let's keep going.
I don't know talent at all.
Also, what are your thoughts on these 25-year-olds in college athletics? Blame the NCAA for making it legal, or blame the coaches for having low morals? Thank you. Best show on the internet.
Yeah, we touched on that earlier with this. I was going to say Dipsanta. That's a kid from BYU, the number 1 pick or number 2. Yeah, no, I think it's disgusting. I think college sports has completely lost its way. I think, and like I said before, at least they don't peddle, that student athlete bullshit anymore, where they were talking about the student athlete and how good they are as they went for a year and made their money and under the table and went to the NBA. So, you wonder, how does a kid gain admission to a school? Like he hasn't been to college in 3 years. Does he apply? No. He asked the coach, "Can you get me on the team?" And there's a 29-year-old freshman this year. It's fucking crazy. It's not. It should be about, you're going to school to get an education. You play the game you love, not that we have a basketball team. Let's try to fill in the team, whether they can get into the school or not. It's supposed to be college basketball, not a glorified pro league, glorified minor league for the pros. And sadly, it's becoming that. And I predict nothing good will come of it. Like I said, all these young kids making billions, it's going to lead to some really fucked up kids later, I believe. And I don't believe they should be being paid. And whose fault it is? Yeah, in part the coaches, but mostly the NCAA. But I think they might have lost some court case that forced them to pay these kids. I don't know. It all seems kind of ridiculous. I would never allow it. If I ran it, they wouldn't be getting paid. If you don't like it, go somewhere else and play. It's just too fucking bad.
Gotcha. Okay. This is a long one. We're gonna ask it. Justin Cloud. Thanks for the reply last week, Alan. You're not wrong about Calipari. He had monster teams going all the way back to UMass and Marcus Camby, with only 1 title to show for it. Heck, he'd have 2 if he just would have fouled Chalmers in the championship game with Memphis against Kansas.
Yeah,
I just think a Cuff might end up being the best point guard he's ever had. When it's said and done, that's okay. Hold on, and that's saying a lot, but we'll see. On another note, I saw you last year during Power Slap at Fontainebleau. I don't know, but that were you well, maybe Power Slap maybe it was in the building, but were you at Fontainebleau at all? Walking through, or machines or anything?
I may have, but it wasn't for any.
Oh,
it wasn't there for breakfast or anything. I might have walked in to say it.
I seen you playing a machine outside High Limit. I should have introduced myself, bought you a meal, something. It's the least I can do. I've been a fan going all the way back to poker and the Full Tilt days. I've always appreciated how self-aware and straight up and real you are. Most people can't even be real with themselves nowadays, let alone with others. Thank you for doing this with Crack every week. My question is
about thank you. Like, no, thanks for that comment. That's brilliant. Yeah, I don't bite. Like, people have this, because I'm like brutally honest. They think I'm rough around the edges, but I literally have. Yeah, I'm actually, as hard as it seems, I'm very easy to approach. I might not be the easiest to get along with, but I am very easy to approach, and I will answer any and all questions. And I think any question is a good question. There's no such thing as a stupid question to me. Ironically, there's many stupid statements made. In fact, they're unrelenting. But as far as questions go, if anyone has a question, of course it's good. And it can never be stupid because they're asking it. Maybe it could be a simple question, but it doesn't mean that's a stupid question. If they want an answer, then it's a good question. So, yeah, always say hello. Like, I don't bite. I don't punch either.
I always tell people that. I say, listen, of course you can go up to Alan and say hello to him or talk to him. I'd be happy to talk to you.
Yeah, and you can take me to Mama Potts for West African food if you want.
Oh, I remember that. That's right. I'm wondering, Marcus Canby. I wonder if that's the kid I went to dinner with here. If he lives in Las Vegas, I definitely went to dinner with him. If that's the
Marcus
same kid.
Canby, wow.
Yeah, if it's the same guy. Played a couple years. He played for Spurs? Maybe the same guy.
I don't know.
Yeah, anyway, I went to...
I don't follow the pros at all. That's a long time ago, though.
Okay. Bobby, yeah, you're right. Bobby's doing that right now. Bob Bogdan, what a great time to read this comment. Mr. Boston loves his steaks when he talks with Crack. Medium. Are you a medium rare guy? I think you're
medium rare.
Is it medium rare? You got to have a medium rare. So yeah. Oh man, Alan, there's some great. I have some comps here. I built up so much comps from betting at one of the sports books. Well, at BetMGM, that I have like a lot, thousands and thousands of dollars. We have Bavette's here at Park MGM, which is a great steakhouse. Oh, you've been there?
Yeah, I hated it.
Wow, I had a burger there a couple days ago. I had a steak.
Everyone raves about it. I thought it sucked.
Oh wow, I thought it was really good, and I still think the best steaks. People were getting on me for this. I think Peter Luger's is a great steak. I went there last week too, and Joe's is probably my favorite though. Joe's at the Forum Shops. I read at the start the Forum Shops there. Great steak, also.
I find that hard to believe, but okay.
Why? What do you mean? Why? Joe's Stone Crab. It's Joe's
Stone Crab, not steak.
Yeah, well, this is called Joe's Steak and Seafood.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm an SW guy.
Used to be the best. SW when Mario and Noe were there.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
on
the
downhill.
best. That I don't know what happened there.
That sucks. I love that place.
Last two times I went, it's just okay. I mean, it's great.
I won't go then. Like I won't go. Yeah. There's plenty of restaurants in Las Vegas.
Sure.
There is one I want to revisit in Green Valley. Todd's Unique. Something.
Oh, you told me about this.
Yeah, that place is amazing. And I would go to Echo and Rig. I would go to Echo and Rig for steak anyway. That's where I'd go because they get real quality meat there. Yeah, it's ironic. I eat a lot of steak because I was vegan for a long time.
Henderson, the Sunset Road, Todd's Unique Dining.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's a little in a little strip mall in Green Valley, right now where I used to live.
Wow.
I was just trying to find some different place to eat. We went there one night. It was fantastic. Legitimately fantastic. Like one of the better restaurants I've eaten at in Vegas.
I'm reading the reviews on there. Wow, that's very interesting.
It's really cool. It's just a little place, but it's great. Great. Yeah, we'll go there if I come out there again.
Nick Tosito. Alan, you look great, man. I just watched the best of it, and you actually look in better health now than back then. Kudos
it's not even close. Yeah, it's not even close. I was actually kind of chubby for the best of it, which sucked because I hadn't been chubby much in the last 40 years. But
what keeps you motivated to stay in such incredible shape, and what's your workout routine?
So, when I was in my 20s, I got drunk and did coke every night. Weighed about 220, and then I went to the doctor one day, and he said, "I don't know what you're doing, but you better stop. You'll have a stroke within 3 years." I was 30 or 31 years old. So I threw away the coke and eventually joined a gym. And after a while, after hiring a personal trainer years later, it's when it really kind of like triggered the whole thing. What keeps me going is, number one, I take a lot of pride in getting in shape. I don't take any pride in picking basketball winners. I think I actually talked about this because my brain just works that way very, very naturally. But going to the gym, going from 220 down to 170 with not much body fat, that took effort. That took me going past my breaking point at times. And what motivates me to stay in shape is, number one, there's something about being fit, especially at my age, where where people like seem to give you a little extra respect, but mostly for me is I have super low self-esteem, and I've battled that for over 50 years. Thought I was the ugliest person on the planet. No girl would ever want to look at me, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And it was only about 18 months ago at age 65 that I looked at myself in the mirror and said, holy shit, man, you're out of your mind. Like, you are fucking killing it in here. So that it's like a constant positive reinforcer when you're in shape. And then to someone, you can take your shirt off and like show off. There's nothing better. Like, it's just, to me, who's hated himself for a long time, I have something I can be proud of. So picking a winner here does nothing for me, but being fit and then eventually showing it is the fit part helps me overcome that low self-esteem, and it's something I take a lot of pride in. And yeah, my routine is very simple. I'm consistent. I am trying to get a little bigger right now. Everyone said you shrunk, so all right, I'll try to get a little bigger. So I'm eating like a lot more food, but I do one body part a day, except when I do shoulders and core one day. So I do chest one day, back one day, shoulders and core, arms, and then legs. And one body part one day a week. I do very light weights, very, very slowly on the negative. So I try to keep the form as perfect as possible. Perfect form is you stay in posture with your shoulder blades back and down. That's good posture. That's a good rule to think of. Shoulder blades back and down. People have all kinds of posture issues. I do too. But it's going to get worse to people like slouched over their computer, slouched over their phone. It's called upper cross syndrome. You get a little bit of a hunchback, and it's caused my left arm to be out of whack a little bit. But yeah, it's just consistency, not eating much crap, and slow and controlled reps at light weights, and make sure you get every rep out you possibly can, and then a half rep at the end or a quarter rep at the end, whatever it takes. I don't kill myself like I once did. It's just consistent right now. Also, I'm on testosterone replacement therapy. I'm prescribed 0.4 mLs of testosterone twice a week. So that has helped a lot. And anyone, by the way, 50 and over that's not taking testosterone is cheating themselves. But that's it. I'm not taking anything else. At least
Okay.
yet.
Ryan Dressed. Going to be very broad. Advice on horse betting, other than don't do it, or I don't know. If you went to the track tomorrow, how would you try to win? I love a day at the racetrack. I've gambled for large sums everywhere, but there's no more fun than cheering a horse down the stretch, even for $50. Well, I'll answer you first. I used to go to the racetrack all the time. Belmont, Monmouth, Aqueduct, Atlantic City Racetrack, Meadowlands. I was a little degen as a kid. I was very young, didn't know any better, didn't know they were taking 20-25% out of the pools, didn't know about all the fixing, Yonkers, Freehold, so forth. Now there's CAWs, computer assisted wagering, which is they're using algorithms at high speeds, and they're getting to place massive bets after the horses are just getting out of the starting gate. A lot of scams going on too. Significant rebates, and takeout rates remain profitable even with high volume. This is very, very interesting stuff going on right now. It's really pissing off a lot of people that go to the racetrack that know about these CAWs. So my opinion, that's the reason why I wouldn't mess with horses at all right now. And or you go for a social, go to Saratoga, Del Mar, a day at the races is nice. I don't think Alan would even does that in the summertime. You don't go to Saratoga or Belmont, nothing like that, right?
My mother always wanted to go to Churchill Downs, so we took her to Saratoga one summer. And she bought a hat. She always wanted to wear a hat, like the old Southern Belle hats.
Yep.
She hates gambling, but we had a great time. If I were to go to the racetrack tomorrow, I would watch. It would only be harness races, not thoroughbred. And I would get the form, and I'd start watching replays of all the races and take notes on how they ran. And just, try to learn all the horses in as short a period of time as I could, and, see if I noticed, something sneaky about the way the horse raced. Like usually, if looking at what happens on the front doesn't do any good, but if you see a horse at the back of the pack who has a ton of pace, maybe they finished sixth, but maybe they had no chance to really get in the race, but you could see they were very willingly finishing it would definitely be a horse to look at the next time out. There's some horses who try and some horses who don't, but it's become kind of chemical warfare, and a lot of guys just cheat. And I'm not talking fixing. They don't handle enough to rob races anymore. But that's what I would do. I'd get the form and watch replays. It's like anything else. You put work in and try to figure it out. And remember, we're from a different era where you had to figure everything out on your own. There was no internet, no YouTube videos, nothing, no computers to tell you what you should and shouldn't do. It was just you figure it out on your own or you don't figure it out, which is a better world in my opinion. But, you deal with what you have. You try to take advantage of what you have. So I don't blame anyone you should use a computer to help learn, but that's what I would do.
Okay. Charlie Hill 8783. Hey man, I'm in North Georgia, north of Atlanta. I love the show. I need all the help I can betting wise. Grimaldi's pizza is the best in Vegas. More just a comment. Grimaldi's a thin pizza. I actually like their white pie. They make a white pie. It's very good.
Is that on Charleston?
There is 6
Okay, that's
5
not
locations.
I can't remember the name of that place I would get my cheeseless pizza from.
Dom DeMarco's maybe.
That sounds right.
Yeah, Dom DeMarco's.
That sounds right.
Has a really good, just a regular tomato pie. Well done. I think it's a great margarita pizza. I think Dom's is great. Makes a good Sicilian. Albert's over there. You went over there to do a show. Remember with that time?
Was that where I went? No, it wasn't that place then.
Oh, okay.
That wasn't it. That wasn't the place I ordered the pizzas from.
Oh, okay.
It was good though. I ordered a cheeseless pizza there. It was good.
Huh. Yeah, I was trying to think. We ate that day too. I'm just trying.
I had a cheeseless pizza.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, it was good. I like
So
the
that's just a. Oh yeah. You know what? We did have that. We did that. That's what we had. That's where it was. Alan, other than steak, what else do you have? People want to know a lot of things here. Other than steak, what other protein? I can tell you right now, though. No, that's not all Alan eats is proteins. He does have a sweet tooth, but yet I've never seen you eat nothing at your house. You don't ever get any kind of fancy desserts or any kind of desserts or anything. So you've been sticking to it then.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to take my shirt off, but I would surprise people. And you don't stay that lean. Although I've been on a mission lately. I had 70. They had a giveaway at Mohegan. I had $75 in food. I went to the chocolate store and spent $77. I ate every fucking bit of it too. It was awesome. Well, they had these marshmallows and these fancy almonds, and it was made with some oat milk and chocolate. And instead of milk chocolate was oat milk because I'm lactose intolerant. So, but they were everything I ate was amazing. I just devoured all of them. $77 worth of candy was eaten this week, but it was more marshmallow and almonds and cashews and no chocolate.
Will you work extra when you eat them like
marshmallows? No, like I said, I'm presently trying to put on a few pounds of of muscle here, and you do that by eating. Yeah, I don't eat enough. That's part of the reason I'm kind of lean.
Gotcha.
But that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. That's what I was shooting for. So, like, I was always kind of heavy as a kid. And there's nothing wrong with being heavy. There's nothing wrong with weighing 900 pounds. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. It doesn't change who you are as a person. Like,
you said the almonds. All right. Is like almonds a different kind of nuts? That's actually good for you, right? Pretty good.
Yeah, they have the good fat, supposedly. Like, I don't know. I think all of that is bullshit, by the way. I think the studies are saying that all that good fat, bad fat is just all bullshit.
Two different people.
More government bullshit.
2 different comments said, great show. Alan needs his own podcast. What do you guys think this is? This is Alan's.
Well, it's yours.
I just asked the question. This is Alan's podcast. Hey, thank you, Rich Zito. That could be related to Nick Zito, the old horse trainer.
Barry Zito, the Oakland A's.
Yeah, that's right. Barry Zito. Was he on the A's? He was on the A's. Oakland A's.
The A's. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he was on the Masked Singer too.
Love that Alan starts going to town at ribeye mid-show. Truly an American original. All right. Yeah, pretty cool. But all right, cool, guys. Thanks for your questions. We were an hour straight here.
Already?
Really appreciate it. Yeah, we're an hour. Appreciate your questions, your likes, your subscribes, and we'll have another show next week. And I know we have a nice niche audience that is really appreciative of this show, and we appreciate you. That's all I want to tell you. We'll see you next week on Wisecracks. Thanks, Alan.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks, everybody. I do enjoy this hour. It's a good break from the week, and I think the questions have been excellent. Like, even if I can't answer it, it's the questions are legit. So keep them coming.
And don't forget, everybody, if you're, yes, I see 4 of you. I didn't read 4 responses. Yes, don't forget, Alan. Yes, if you see him at Foxwoods, Mohegan, or whatever, yes, of course. I didn't even tell him. Yes, please go up to him as soon as he's done doing whatever he's doing. Guess what? I'm
You
wrong.
don't have to wait till I'm done. Just come on.
I think you can go up to him when he's playing the slot machine. He's not going to say anything.
No, I might, if I hit a bad bonus, I might break the machine. But
that reminds me, we're all at Westgate last night. Someone said so. I was with Randy McKay, and someone said something. He said, "Did Alan break a machine when he was in Vegas?" I'm like, how do you guys even know this? Alan got a little mad. He doesn't do that often, though. He got mad and just pushed the machine. I think like by accident, just something happened. So he doesn't do that.
I was at the Union Plaza. I got a bad bonus while I was waiting for this girl. I was signing up for some sports book thing, and I was the only one there. And then the girl went and took a half-hour break. What, are you fucking kidding me? Like, right. I told you I'd be right back because he had to fill something. It was unbelievable. So I played a machine and I got a bad bonus and I just and the machine broke. But you know what I didn't do? I waited by that machine.
Right. You didn't leave.
I didn't leave. And here comes security, puts me in fucking handcuffs, which was illegal, by the way, because I didn't commit a crime. And I paid him for the machine that I broke, which they overcharged me for. I got a lawyer. He said it wouldn't be worth it. It would cost you too much to get that money back. I said, maybe it's worth it to me. So, I don't think I can pursue it anymore. But yeah, I did break a machine.
More like just an accident. Yeah.
No, I wasn't trying to break the machine. No. I wasn't trying to go for $2,500 for breaking a machine, which is what I went for.
Randy recently hit for a bonus on a machine for like $53,000, and we played the same machine last night. Just so happens I went to dinner with Randy last night at Italy over at Park MGM, and he said, "Let's play," and we lost $1,000. So Randy runs good on his own. Doesn't run good with me. Doesn't run good with anyone else. Lost $1,000, and he said, "I was going to send Alan that video of me winning the 50." I said, "Yeah, you better not."
What do I give a shit? Like,
yeah. Oh boy.
Good for him, but who cares?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
it's not changing his life any. I don't think. Like, what's another 50,000, right?
No. Guys, we'll see you.
He's
next
the best.
week.
Yeah, he's the best.
And we'll see you guys next week. Thanks.
All right, take care.